Coming up on the Rowan Rundown, take a look at how Rowan celebrates Pride Week on campus, information about the WIT's new editor-in-chief, and a long-awaited transition to warm weather.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome to the Rowan Rundown. I'm Jeff DiMartino.
And I'm Jared Leedy. Rowan University is celebrating Pride Week with its Patio Pride Celebration. The event welcomed students to the front of Hawthorne Hall, where they met club organizers and engaged in activities. Multiple Rowan LGBTQ organizers held tables with information on gender, sex, identity, and counseling services. Pride Week continues tomorrow with another event and a clothing swap sponsored by True Colors.
Rowan faculty and students from the College of Communication and Creative Arts are receiving 5 awards during the Festival of Media Arts. The program will showcase creative work for different forms of media, including radio, audio production, news production, and other categories. The festival itself will be held in Las Vegas, April 7th to the 10th.
Rowan University is offering education majors a chance to learn, teach, and explore overseas. Students will travel to India from January 5th through the 17th. They will have the chance to see India and go to classes there, with a few camelback rides and elephants to greet while on their adventure. Of course, students will sightsee and have photo opportunities with the Taj Mahal. Check out shops with colorful Indian garb.
The Rowan University Police Department will be participating in Operation Take Back New Jersey on Saturday, April 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The goal of the program is to allow the citizens of New Jersey to get rid of unused, unwanted, or expired medications by turning them into law enforcement officials, who can dispose of these controlled substances in a safe and non-hazardous manner.
The 2018 Roar New Venture Competition Finals will take place on April 13th from 1:15 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. in Business Hall 104. The competition provides an opportunity for students to understand the process of starting a business and develop their ventures in a collaborative and competitive environment. The top 5 entrants will pitch their business plans to a panel of judges for prizes worth over $10,000, including $7,500 in seed funding.
Christopher A. Lowry, Ph.D., is holding a seminar on April 13th to offer treatment methods that will help people with mental illness as well as other findings he's made in his research. The seminar will take place in Wilson Hall and is sponsored by Cooper Medical School of Rowan University. The seminar begins at 2 p.m.
The Mayan Archaeoastronomy Observers of the Universe comes to Rowan University. The show takes place April 14th in the Edelman Planetarium. The event is open to all and costs $5 for adults and $3 for children, seniors, and Rowan students. Spectators will dive into a Mayan world of knowledge about the importance of the orientation of its temples in relation to the movement of the stars, like the sun, the moon, and Venus. If you missed the show, the event will be back at Rowan again on April 21st, 28th, and May 5th.
Now here's Sean to talk about Rowan sports.
Thanks, guys. Today in Rowan sports, the men's baseball team moves to 19-4 on the season with their win on Tuesday over SUNY New Paltz 5-4. Left fielder and senior captain Monty Strickland led the way with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. The Props are playing Rutgers Camden right now at home. Rowan softball had a comeback win against TCNJ with a 3-1 win. Rowan is now ranked 18th in the NJAC. Third baseman Cassandra Gerard led the way with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, which would be the difference makers. Finally, women's lacrosse wins their 7th straight game against Stockton, 17-8. The record is now 8-4. Senior Kim Doyle had 5 goals in a win, leading all Profs. That's all for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Sean. Coming up next, information on purchasing caps and gowns for spring commencement, and Holly Bash anticipation grows among Rowan students.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Caps and gowns are now available for purchase in the Rowan Barnes & Noble bookstore through Monday, May 7th. Candidates for graduation must wear a cap and gown to participate in ceremony. Bachelor-style caps and gowns cost approximately $41.98. If you are a doctoral student, though, and want a custom gown, then you better be prepared to pay. The cost is $1,050. Barnes & Noble cannot guarantee size changes after April 25th. Cap and gowns are keepsakes and do not need to be returned after commencement.
Let's send it over to Alyssa as she has the latest on Rowan Entertainment news.
Thanks, guys. This week, Bunce Hall lit up in rainbow colors to honor Rowan's celebration of Pride Week. This event pays tribute to the National Celebration of Pride Month, which takes place in June, and allows members of the community to celebrate their identity in a space normally not provided to them in their everyday life. Advent, Rowan's literary magazine, is hosting a poetry reading this Sunday at 7 p.m. at the Owl's Nest in the Chamberlain Student Center. During the event, poet Faliha Hassan will be reading and discussing some of her work. St. Baldwick's took over the Student Center pit this Saturday for the 8th annual event with students, faculty, and the Glassboro community, raising money for pediatric cancer. The event, which is run by Student University programmers, raised over $22,000 towards ending the fight of pediatric cancer. That's it for entertainment. Back to you guys at the desk.
And now here's Chris with a special report as he speaks with the new editor-in-chief of The Wit.
Hello everybody and welcome to this week's edition of the Rowan Special Report. I'm Chris Devine and joining me today is a very special guest, the newly elected editor-in-chief of The Wit newspaper here at Rowan, Joe Gramignan. Joe, thanks for joining me today. So Joe, what were some of the ideas and improvements that you ran on to become elected editor-in-chief of the paper?
So one of the main things that I wanted to do with the paper is focus more on multimedia. We didn't get a lot of video out this year, which is something I had hoped to. But now that I'm in charge, I'm going to kind of focus on getting a lot more video out there. We're going to be doing podcasts more often. We had podcasts this year that was in our feature section, but we're going to be spreading that throughout the other sections. So you'll hear podcast content from the arts section, news section. It'll alternate weekly. And then we're also going to be embracing our social media presence more thoroughly. We're going to be getting out on Instagram more. We haven't posted anything on Instagram, unfortunately, for several months now, so you're going to be seeing us on there more. We're going to be on Facebook, doing live Facebook videos and live tweeting as well. And then, like I was saying earlier, we also want to just embrace more writers from different perspectives, kind of get our name out there more, and just make it known that we're always looking for new writers to help us out.
Sports podcasts, those are very popular nowadays.
Yeah, the sport podcasts, yeah, they're very entertaining.
Now, you didn't just burst onto the scene. Obviously, you know, you've been with The Wit for a while. How did you come up through the ranks, though, from starting out to kind of taking over more important positions, and now what's led you to the top of it?
Well, my freshman year, I wasn't really involved on campus. I commute, so I kind of just, I would go to class, go home. So then my sophomore year, I wanted to get more involved, just do something on campus. So I saw on the road announcer that The Wit was looking for new writers. I came out to the interest meeting, and I just started writing. I started out as a contributor, which is where you'll pick up a story that the editors send out. You'll write that, and then if they like what you're doing, they'll give you more responsibility. So eventually I became the assistant news editor under Justin Decker. He's our current features editor. And then last year I ran for arts and entertainment editor. I was elected that. So then this entire year I worked as the arts and entertainment editor. I think one of my strongest points of this year was finding people to write for my section. That can be kind of difficult for an editor to do sometimes. So I kind of hope to continue that. Always finding new writers for my section as editor-in-chief, which I was just selected this year. So slowly worked my way up.
Well, like I said, congratulations. And I guess last question would be, you mentioned going to an interest meeting. How can students become a part of the WIT? And also, I understand there's some open editor positions that are up for grabs right now.
So if you're interested in becoming a writer for the WIT, you can email editor@thewitonline.com. That's editor@thewhitonline.com. And from there, we'll put you on the respective email list for whatever section you're interested in writing for. Then we'll send out all the stories, and if you see one that piques your interest, you can reply to that email, and then you can cover it for us. And then we'll also be having interest meetings at the beginning of next year where people can come out and learn more about us. We're going to be doing them probably monthly. And then if you're interested in running for a position, we're having elections for our paid staff members next Wednesday. One of the major positions we need to fill is the ads manager. So if you have an advertising background or if you know somebody that does, you can let them know about that. And that person is basically in charge of finding advertising to go online for the WIT, as well as in print publication. And then we're also looking for copy editors too, which they will look over the articles at their completion, make sure that everything is right with grammar, that everything's in AP style. So if you have some experience with AP style or editing at all, that would be helpful for the copy editing position.
All right, Joe, I want to thank you very much for joining me today. And like we had a little spelling bee segment on there too, so good job with that. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for watching. Back to you guys at the desk.
And now here's Matt with his opinion on Rowan commuter parking.
Thanks, guys. Rowan commuter parking has been an issue for many years. There are specific lots for commuters to park in, but some are very far from the classrooms. You also need to purchase a commuter permit sticker to place on the window of your car, which costs $80 for just a semester. And if you lose it, it's going to cost you an extra $25. Years before, commuters used to be allowed to park on local side streets, but that caused too many cars being parked in front of local homes, and homeowners had nowhere to park. This led to a very strange rule for Rowan commuters and the city of Glassboro. You are not allowed to park on local side streets without a parking permit. A specific number of permits are given to local homeowners. I know this because I live in an off-campus house right near the Rowan campus, and we received only 3 parking passes. Car owners aren't even allowed to park on local side streets between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. unless you call in your car to the local overnight parking portal. But here's the catch. You only have 6 call-ins per month. In my opinion, just drop the parking laws restricting Rowan commuters. Rowan is constantly growing, so it is only going to become a bigger problem with parking space. You shouldn't have to pay extra money for a parking permit every semester. Commuters pay tuition too, and they should have the right to park close to their classes and not be restricted to specific lots. Sorry about that. That's it for my opinion. Now back to the guys at the desk.
Being a commuter, I couldn't agree more, Matt. The Community Safety Assistant Program is now accepting applications for the upcoming fall semester. The position is for undergrad students, and the hourly salary starts at $8.50 an hour. Applicants can be a commuter or a resident, but will be expected to work a minimum of 10 hours a week, including at least 1 weekday and a weekend shift, which will be from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. on weekdays and 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. on weekends. If interested, be sure to have a CSA application, cover letter, and resume, along with 2 letters of recommendation from faculty or staff. Today, at the Student Center back patio, students got the chance to experience what Holly Bash would feel like. Students were able to make tie-dye shirts, play games, and enjoy some free food. Holly Bash was started in the spring of 2016 and is an afternoon outdoor festival featuring a large concert. This year, it takes place on Friday, April 20th from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Now let's send it over to the Rowan Roundtable, where Akinda, Rose, and Victoria will visit various Rowan topics.
Hello, my name is Victoria Tudorova. I'm here with Akenda Stewart and Rose Kerr, and this is your Rowan Roundtable. So our first topic is the telethon, which is happening next Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And this year's charity is the PSPCA, so it helps puppies and cats and turtles and ferrets, and it's a great cause. So
I mean, who doesn't love animals? So you can help them. It's a perfect opportunity.
I just got a puppy, yeah.
Victoria, you're helping a part of it, right?
Yes, I am. I am the associate producer, so it's been really crazy. We've been planning since December, and yeah, I've been getting like 3 hours of sleep each night, so it's been really crazy.
Yeah. It's exciting. You get to raise so much money for a great cause, especially for animals. Last year they did it for kids with cancer.
Yeah,
which was really nice. And they raised like $6,000, I think.
Yeah,
like it was a great amount of money. Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy having dogs here, like in like the building, like around Rowan. People will be so excited.
I'm excited for it because I would definitely be joining for my pup. Yeah.
Make sure to watch on Channel 5.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we had practice yesterday, and there was puppies here, and it was also great, and it was just a lot of fun.
Lightens the mood a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was a great time. So it's going to be exciting next week, and hopefully people tune in and watch, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, super therapeutic. All dogs are. Any animal, any loving animal that comes and just puts a smile on people's faces, it's always great. Yeah, definitely.
So our next topic is Bank for Your Buck, and
yeah, so basically with that, Rowan was ranked number 296 out of 711 for the most educational and most best experience for people with the best money. So with that, you know, you get the best experience for the cheapest amount. It really helps other people out. I know personally, I commute, I stayed in state, and I definitely saved a lot of money compared to the people with no money like me. So I think that it's a really good thing that we were ranked pretty high up compared to most schools.
They have such a great connection with like the community colleges. Like I went to Gloucester County, and then it was so much easier to transfer over, and they like accommodate with the money. They like make you feel welcome. Like Rowan really does help with that. So. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want like good education for less money? Like that's a goal and a dream. Yeah, it helps us out a lot. So. And then Rowan After Hours, which happens every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., which is a lot of fun. You get to hang out with friends and do different activities. Right. Have you guys been before?
No.
I haven't been to one, but I heard they did like a casino night, and like you could dress up if you wanted to. I know, bougie. But like they had like chips, and they got to play games. But it sounds like such a great opportunity for people that like don't have a car to leave and like go places, even to like the movies. Like Rowan makes it like special to have right here.
And it's right at the student center, right?
Yeah.
So that's even more convenient. I did not know about that at all. I normally just kind of like, I don't know, go to the nearest bar, but no, now that, I mean, it's monitored and it's safe. It's much safer. You don't have to worry about tickets or anything.
Probably free,
so that's
free
good.
food.
Yeah. Free food,
always
the best.
Oh, yeah. I went once, and it was actually a zoo. They brought in like all these crazy like wild animals. There was like a skunk. Like
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was a great time, and we had to hold them and everything. But that's it for today at the Rowan Roundtable, and back to you guys at the desk.
Let's welcome Mike to talk about the new changes in Rowan Healthcare.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Okay, so what kind of changes can students expect coming with the Wellness Center?
Well, unfortunately, now the university is going to require that people they have to pay out of pocket, co-pays, and they have to have their insurance providers rather than having, it be free like it used to be.
And how is this change being viewed with the school?
Well, the school and its officials, they view it as a way to keep up with the growing population of Rowan, and they're all in favor of it because they're not the ones who are really having to pay for this. However, the other side of the argument is people, first of all, they fear for the paying. You're already paying for college, and there's also a fear of privacy that goes along with this these two fears.
And how will these changes kind of deter students?
Well, it'll deter students because, first of all, most students are covered by parents' policies, so which means when they go to get checked out by the Wellness Center, the parents are going to receive a notification that their policy's been used, and if it's a topic like mental illness, it just doesn't go well, and there's a fear of, I don't want to let my parents know about this because it's my struggle and everything, and that's mainly the reason for the privacy.
Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. Now stay tuned to find out about the warm weather that's coming this weekend.
keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
On April 9th in the King Auditorium at Bosworth Hall, a showing of the award-winning documentary One Mother's Fire, The Gail Minger Story will be presented. The documentary is produced and directed by Associate Professor of Radio, Television and Film, Diana Nicoli. The film follows the aftermath of the 1998 fire which took the life of Minger's son at Murray State University in Kentucky. The meeting included guest speaker Gail Minger herself. The point was to stress the importance of dormitory fire safety and the results if not taken seriously. This past weekend, Rowan University's Department of Theater and Dance presented the musical The Cradle Will Rock. The performance was held at Toho Theater, where the audience was set back to the labor movement of the 1930s. Performances from Alex Brown and Tori Tatuli stole the show with a duet that left audience amazed.
Now here's Emily to talk about the warm weather we're going to have this weekend.
Thank you guys. For today, we had a really good day today, a little more warm. But for tonight, it's going to be a little bit cloudy with a high of 79. Now let's see our weather for the upcoming days. Then for tomorrow, Friday, it's going to be a high of 78 with a low of 59. And it's going to be partially cloudy and sunny also. And then for Saturday, it's going to be with a high of 78 and a low of 49. It's also going to be cloudy. Then Sunday, Monday, things are going to change because it's going to start to rain again. But with a high of 73 and a low of 53 on Sunday. On Monday, it's going to be with a high of 61 and a low of 39. Then Tuesday, you got to take out your jackets again because it's going to be cold and cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 37. So as you guys can see, today we had a really good weather. It was really warm outside and it was really sunny. Also, you guys can see up the sky. It was really nice and it was really cloudy, but it was like kind of like a blue sky type of thing. How about you guys? Do you guys like the weather?
I mean, I like it. Warm weather's coming.
Slowly but surely, we're getting there,
Finally,
which is great.
because I can't deal with this cold.
No,
I mean,
I wasn't with it.
we get to deal with the warm weather just for the cold to come back on Tuesday.
Yeah, it is coming back. I don't know what's going on. Why the spring don't want to come.
Hey, we'll count our blessings this weekend, and we'll take the warm weather we can get it, right?
Right?
Definitely. All right, thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today on the Rowan Roundtable, or the Rowan Rundown. I'm Jeff DiMartino.
And I'm Jared Leedy. Have a good night.